Officially marks the end of the off season, and couldn't be more excited to wrap it up in this fashion and introduce these guys. It wasn't the straightest of lines in the last week plus to get here, but we couldn't be more excited to introduce these guys to our community, to our passionate fans. And so with that, before we get to questions, we would like to formally introduce and welcome David Price and Mookie Betts.
Yes, of course. It's always fun for you. Make sure they're even. Perfect. All right, guys, standing over. It's all right, John. Nice play, guys. Come on in. Are we in it? I'm going to take it for the team and be next to David. This hurts my pride.
All right, guys, we're going to jump right to Q&A. Please raise your hand and wait for the microphone. Ryan will be coming around. Jim, you're up.
Yeah, I'm Jim Hill, Channel 2 and Channel 9. First of all, gentlemen, congratulations and welcome. How do both of you feel when you hear the stories that the Dodgers are saying and the people are thinking you're the final two pieces that will get them the World Series championship after the frustrations of the last 2 years?
I guess we can take it as a compliment for sure, but we don't want to add any extra pressure. We're coming here to play the game the same way we always do. I think both inside we're winners. We work hard to get to where we are, and we're just going to bring it here.
To be able to jump onto a team like the Dodgers, a team that has had the amount of success they have had the past couple of years, and to be able to add a player like Mookie Betts, and then to be able to add myself to that mix as well, that's something special to be a part of, and we're both very excited for that.
Sarah Wexler, MLB.com. With a process like this trade took about a week to complete, and it was so public, how do you sort of cope with that? How do you approach that? How do you deal with just everything that goes along with that?
For me, it was just trying to get a place to live. I was pretty much doing everything the same. I had a plane set, and I just didn't know which way it was going to go, and so it was fun. Kind of stressful at times, but it was fun at times, and glad it got done.
And for myself, my wife and I have a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old, so that kind of takes all of our focus and attention. And we had nothing to do, with the trade stuff or whether or not it was going to happen or not going to happen. So it didn't affect our daily routine or anything. But once we found out we were coming, we were both excited. We shared some text messages and some phone calls, and we're happy to be here.
It wasn't as easy for us.
Yeah, Bill Plaschke, Los Angeles Times. The last time you guys were on this field, I think you, Mookie in particular, weren't you just about right here when you were celebrating the World Series? Have you all talked about the memories? Have they coming back here today?
I have not, no. I've been kind of focused on, what's going forward, and I'd like to celebrate again here, in this jersey for sure.
I agree with Mookie. We probably talked about it last year saw him at the beginning of the year, but ever since then, I think we just move forward, and we're both pumped up for 2020 and try and help the Dodgers get to that pinnacle.
For both of you guys, just kind of any thoughts about moving, switching divisions, switching leagues?
I guess it changes more for me than it does for Mookie, because now I have to swing the bat and run the bases. And
You're 2 for your last 4, though.
2 for my last 3. But for me, it really takes baseball back to the high school days and just being a little kid. I didn't get to swing it in college. Being in the American League for my entire career, getting a couple at bats here and there in the interleague, but to be able to do it every start and to do all that. And Andrew knows how much I enjoy taking BP and just going out there and having fun. And to be able to do that again, I'm very grateful for it.
I think the only adjustments would just be kind of seeing new pitchers over the time. I hadn't been in the National League, obviously, so just seeing different guys at the beginning will take a little getting used to, and then it should be fun.
So guys, Julian McGuinness from the Boston Globe. Just kind of, you guys had storied careers in Boston, and just what do you take from that, and just what's your fondest memory of being in Boston? Both of you guys.
I have a lot of memories in Boston. Obviously, I'd say the most fun is the World Series, but from the debuts to just ins and outs of every day being around Boston, I have so many memories, and so that was a great chapter in my life for sure.
We won a lot of games. We won 3 AL East division titles. We were able to win a World Series in 2018, and for myself, 2018 was very special there at the end, and those are very, very good memories for myself.
And Mookie, you never, obviously, Dave, you've been traded before, but Mookie, this is your first time being traded. Kind of when you first got the news and everything was going down, how'd you digest that? How'd you take that?
It was definitely something new. I'd been in trade rumors, I think, my first year, and after that, it kind of went away, and so now it came back. It was, definitely something new I had to get used to, and I think once I kind of accepted that it may happen, everything was pretty much fine. I'm essentially going to play the same game, and just with a different uniform.
Hey, Mookie back here.
Hey.
How well do you know, or maybe not know, Cody Bellinger, and what do you think it'll be like sort of sharing the same outfield, being in the same lineup as him?
We've kind of talked kind of through passing at the All-Star game and, as we played here, but, I definitely, it's going to be pretty special. He won the MVP last year, so it's definitely, he's definitely going to put on a show, and, I'll do my best to kind of keep up with him.
Hey guys, Michael Duarte with NBC LA. What are you each looking forward to about just playing for the Dodgers during the season once you finally get to, run in between these lines and throw on the mound here and be with your teammates in the clubhouse, or even just LA, the city in general?
Just being with your teammates, like you said, you're with your teammates more than you're with your family, and to be around a group of guys like that for that amount of time, you need to have that special bond. When you're gonna be together that much, like you have to genuinely enjoy one another. Enjoy spending time together, just at the field, away from the field, just building new relationships. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I completely agree. Those relationships are translate to in between the lines, and that's when you see a team really become a team, and that's how you win World Series.
Mikako Niwa with the Sankei Sports newspaper. First, Mr. Betts, is that number 50? Did you request that number, or team gave it to you?
I requested it. I think it was open, so that's why I keep number 50 because nobody wants it. So.
How about you, Mr. Price?
I went with 33 because of whenever I first got to the big leagues, James Shields, he's a California guy. He was one of the guys that really took me under his wing and showed me the right way to do things at the field, away from the field, just being a father and a husband. And he's a guy that I've looked up to, ever since I've met him. And he's worn 33 for his entire career in the big league. So for him to do what he did for me, I thought this was a way for me to be able to pay him back a little bit.
One more question, Mookie. Branding has been a big topic surrounding you, obviously, just being out there, being more visible. Being in a market such as LA, do you see this as more of an opportunity for you to brand yourself more and you become more of a household name?
I think just being in LA in general, there's that opportunity is definitely there. I have to take care of my business on the field, and those opportunities kind of come, and so my mind is definitely taking care of business here, and let the rest take care of itself.
Andrew, can you describe when you fell in love with those two men?
It was a summer night. David and I obviously have a lot of history. Fortunately, the 2006 Devil Rays were so bad that we got the first pick in the 2007 draft and wisely chose David. I've watched him grow and continue to evolve on the mound, and obviously the success he's had is evident and everybody knows about that, but he was as good of a teammate as I've ever seen. Just the impact he has in the clubhouse was as significant as I've seen. So he was a huge part of the culture and the success that we had with the Rays, and so what he does on the mound every fifth day is obvious and evident to everybody that follows. But as we continue to look to supplement and add to this core group, what David brings, goes beyond what he does every fifth day. And with Mookie, goes back a long time, from afar. He may want to get a restraining order against me from watching him just coming up through the minor leagues and breaking into the big leagues. He embodies everything that we really value about a position player. The impact he has on defense, the instincts on the bases, in the batter's box, it's easy to say, but guys who are aggressive in the strike zone and passive out of the strike zone, he embodies all of that. And so, when I talked to him the other day, I told him that, in all the digging that we do on players that we're looking to acquire, that the feedback we got from teammates and clubhouse guys and different guys that he's come across in his career, he would blush if he heard all the nice things that were said about him. And so the impact that he's made on the field and also off was another big factor as well.
David, 2 of the last 3 seasons you missed some time with injuries. Just kind of wondering where you are health-wise right now. What are your goals in terms of how many innings you want to pitch this year? And also, these guys have kind of been known to, be able to use their pitching depth to give guys, say, extra days of rest or skip turns in the rotation to, make sure they're ready to go at the end of the year. Would you be open to stuff like that, or have you guys talked about that at all?
I'll do whatever these guys ask me to do, whether it's anything but catcher. I'll take that back. That is one thing I will not do. But health-wise, I feel really good. Just getting some stuff done on my wrist. It really, I can tell a big difference just in day-to-day activities. So using this off season to get back to full health. This is the longest off season I've had, since I've been in the big leagues. So for that to come at this time and to use that to get back healthy, everything feels really good right now.
Yeah, for Mookie, where are you contract-wise? Are you willing to discuss a long-term extension with the Dodgers during the season?
Right now I just got here. I'm still trying to find a house and all those type of things, and so I'm not even really thinking about that. I'm just focused on staying with 2020 and going from there.
Skipper, what is your level of anxiety and anxiousness to get to spring training now that you have these two jobs?
Certainly more the latter. I'm very excited. Obviously, as Andrew kind of spoke to it, the play, the performance speaks for itself, but the things that you really can't quantify, the impact they have on people around them, even extending to the community and the fan base, goes without saying what they've done in the past. So I think that in itself makes me very excited. And just to see how these guys assimilate with their teammates and the coaches. And yeah, as a coach, you just want to get going, and what we do is compete. That's what we love to do, and yeah, couldn't be more excited.
Question for Mookie. It's 70 degrees, nice and sunny. You're wearing a hoodie. How long will it take before you get used to the nice Southern California weather?
Well, my hoodie is to keep the sun off me, so I use it for both when it's cold outside and when it's sunny. So it shouldn't take too long. I mean, as long as I don't have to wear my two pair of batting gloves and my thermals and all those type of things, I'll be happy.
Yeah, there was a player this offseason that didn't want to come here because what he called the Hollywood lifestyle. Have you thought about how you'll adjust to that? Is that any concern of yours at all?
It's not a concern of mine. I'm here to play baseball. Family will be out here. That is a huge part of me. So the only thing that's changed for me is spring training location and the front of our jerseys. So I don't think I have to worry about the Hollywood lifestyle. And I've known Mookie for a while as well, and I don't think you have to worry about him either. So he's a very focused individual.
Do you have a comment on that, Mookie?
No, I mean, it's pretty easy to get lost in it, I'm sure, but like you said, we're here to play baseball. I mean, we have to keep our minds there, and we're super family-oriented guys, and so we spend a lot of time with family.
Yeah, Andrew, I heard you say on radio yesterday you're just now feeling like a normal human being again. I'm wondering what the last 10 days or so has been like, and everything playing out publicly, and when reports were that maybe it was going to unravel, did you ever get nervous, or were you confident you were going to deliver these two guys here the whole time?
I guess that depends which 15-minute increment you're talking about. It was unfortunate how public everything got, and it was kind of an imperfect storm of it getting that public and then just taking a little bit more time to work through it. Ideally, those things kind of stay private. When you have something to announce, you do it. The impact to players' lives and figuring out where they're going for spring training and their families, and it was unfortunate on a lot of fronts, but I think our focus was obviously squarely on making something happen with these two guys. And so it was definitely a roller coaster, and it obviously took some time, but we couldn't be more excited to be sitting here today and flying out to Arizona tonight and getting this thing going tomorrow.
This is for both Andrew and Dave. What does this acquisition say about the willingness of the club to try to go for it now?
Let Andrew go first.
I mean, we started the offseason and talked about, the depth of talent that we had on this roster. We also got to this offseason with a really strong farm system. We also got to this offseason with some financial flexibility. And so we talked about that a lot. Decisions that we have made in the past, decisions we haven't made in the past, put us in position to be able to do something like this. And so I get, human nature is whatever's right in front of your face, and that's what, people are focused on. We have to think about things in totality and decisions we make, the implications and the ramifications of that. There's we've had really talented teams in the past. I feel like this is quite possibly our most talented team, but also just a really good group of guys who we couldn't feel more confident about. Them going out every night and competing and leaving it on the field, and obviously our fans and just the passionate fans and how many come out. I mean, we drew almost 4 million fans last year, and for us to do everything we can to continue to try to deliver that championship, and then we'll become pigs and try to do it again. But right now, for us, it's about doing everything we can to win a championship, and these two guys obviously help a lot on that front.
Yeah, I think, Bill, for me, it's obviously echoing what Andrew says, and it's a tall order to have a team that has a chance, or a legitimate chance, every single year to win a championship. And Andrew and the front office and ownership, they've done a great job. And so I think that obviously with the demand, the fans, their outpouring of support and kind of desire to always, as you said, go for it. There's a lot that goes into it. But when you get two character guys and two very good ball players, to look now to the present and to the future, and to be in a position to win a championship every single year, that says a lot about this organization. And I think ultimately that's the goal for everyone. Right now, 2020 is our focus, and I think we're very well equipped to do that. And it's up to us, as an organization, to make this happen.